Yeah, that was
but it's only Pfizer. So I think your theory is right.
Of course.
I think your theory is right. I think you're right. It is only Pfizer. Yes. We do luckily have a new ploy by the pharmaceutical industrial complex known as PIC. And they've come up, so we desperately need to get Ozempic and other GLP-1 drugs into Medicare. We need it. Americans need it. So if it's going to be obesity, we don't have enough obese people. So what do you do in the world of marketing if obesity will be the trigger to get your GLP-1 Reed Novo Nordisk products paid for by the society? Because we got a lot of obese people, but it's just not enough. What can we do to get more people on this? Come on, you're a marketing guy. You know this.
Well, erectile dysfunction is your basic thesis. I think that would be the best one.
No.
Have we gotten to that yet?
Not yet. We're not there yet. No, this is even better.
Health check. New guidance from a team of health experts around the world proposes expanding the definition of obesity.
We need to expand the definition of obesity.
My doctor once pointed out to me years ago about how the levels of what's safe cholesterol, he's watching over 30 years, keeps going up.
Yep.
The pills, they peak out and the statins peak out. Let's just jack the number up.
Health check. New guidance from a team of health experts around the world proposes expanding the definition of obesity. The Commission on Clinical Obesity recommends reducing the emphasis on body mass index, known as BMI. The panel proposed also taking into account someone's body fat measurements in the presence of existing health issues when diagnosing someone as obese. The report also introduces two new diagnostic categories: clinical obesity and preclinical obesity.
Pre-obesity. Pre-obesity. Why don't you just call it that?
Well, they will. I'm pre-obese. This is unbelievable. No, it's completely believable. Meanwhile,
totally. Where's Kennedy?
Doctors have discovered that there is yet another new side effect of these GLP-1 products. A condition called allodynia.
Oh, the eyeball thing?
No, it's hypersensitivity to pain. That wearing clothing can even feel painful, even wind blowing on your skin.
Well, that's not good.
No.
But we haven't discussed the blindness thing, too. That was the real kicker.
We talked about the blindness.
Did we? Okay.
We talked about the blindness. Some people describe the sensation on their skin as being like bad sunburn, with a sensation of touch triggering a sharp, stinging, or burning pain. This is just...
Are they taking ecstasy with this and get this combination effect?
I don't know. Dr. Dvorak, once again, you make a valid point. And down under in Australia, we have actually found something in mosquitoes that can kill us. It's great. And it's from Japan.
Tiny carriers of a deadly disease.
Seizures, severe brain damage, and death.
Japanese encephalitis is endemic to the Torres Strait and Asia. There, it causes around 20,000 deaths each year.
Well, health authorities have issued a nationwide Japanese encephalitis alert.
In early 2022, Australia
Stop
had
the clip. 20,000 a year now coming to light. Are you kidding me? That number's way too high.
I'm not kidding you. I'm just playing clips on a podcast. It's Japanese encephalitis, which they say encephalitis for some reason, but we say encephalitis, which is your brain swelling until it blows out of your head.
Nationwide Japanese encephalitis alert.
In early 2022, Australia had its first cluster, 31 cases and 6 deaths. And now, an ominous warning.
In the worst case scenario, it's like we think that at most 700,000 to 800,000 people could be exposed.
The virus is traced back to wading birds, which are flocking in greater numbers to new wetlands that have been created by Queensland's third La Nina event. Mosquitoes then spread the virus from birds to humans. It can also be transmitted through pigs.
A very large number of pig farms became infected.
1 in 25 people exposed to the virus are estimated to catch it. Most are asymptomatic, but symptoms can
exhibit significant neurological kind of issues.
There are 2 vaccines available, but supply is limited.
So worst case scenario, then there are many more people who need vaccination than we have doses of vaccine. So I think that's where the extreme concern comes from.
I'm very concerned. Extreme concern, not enough vaccine. Pre-order them. Japanese encephalitis.
Is that all these guys do on the news thing, is try to scare the public?
Yeah.
And then promote vaccines. It's scare the public, promote vaccines. That's their job.
Yes. So, MSNBC President Rashida Jones is out.
Yes.
She's out.
She was on her way out.
Meanwhile, Rachel Maddow, your gal, will host nightly shows on MSNBC for Trump's first 100 days. We're all excited.
Now they're paying her so much money, somebody took a look at the books and said, can't we make this girl work a little bit more?
No kidding. And Chuck Todd has left NBC once again.
What? I thought he was left for good last time.
He keeps leaving.
When did he get back? I didn't hear that part.
Apparently he had a contract for, specials or whatever.
Specials.
And Chuck Todd has quietly been meeting with Washington media organizations about his post-NBC future.
Oh, I know where he's going. He's going to work for Jennifer Rubin.
Yes, of course. I'm here at the Contrarian.
Contrarian.
It's
contrary to what?
Contrary to good.
What are they contrary to? It sounds like a bunch of Democrat, knee-jerk Democrats.
Chuck Todd will be the new Joe Rogan of the left. Looking, Kelsey's girlfriend or wife, named Tyler. Is her name Tyler? Tyler Kelsey.
Taylor.
Is it Taylor?
Taylor Swift Kelsey.
No. It's the sister. It's the. Hold on a second.
No, I need to know this. This has got wherever. It's Tyler.
Yes.
Which is a male name, I should mention.
Is it not Tyler? Maybe it's not Tyler. Oh, man. Let me see. Hold on a second. Kelsey.
Come on, chat room.
Woman.
Control room. Get to work.
Woman podcast. What's her name? Kylie. It's Kylie. Not Gonna Lie with Kylie. There you go. Not Gonna Lie with Kylie. It's great. It's highly produced. Each episode is exactly 45 minutes.
No, that's podcasting at its essence.
And she does clips on YouTube. Not Gonna Lie with Kylie Kelsey. Yes. Presented by Dunkin' Donuts. So it's quality.
The audience is targeted.
Play your mic clip, man. I want to play the mic clip. This is great news. This is. Tina said, "Did you hear about this?" I'm like, "What?" All right, here we go.
Yeah, play the mic clip.
The mic clip is good.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama has confirmed she will not attend the upcoming inauguration of President-elect Trump on January 20th. Her husband, former President Barack Obama, will be present. The Obama's office provided no reason for Michelle Obama's absence. Her decision follows a similar move earlier this month when she did not attend the state funeral for former President Jimmy Carter.
Oh, they didn't have the money shot. What is it? The money shot is they're heading for public divorce.
Oh, well, that's not confirmed.
It's in the Daily Mail.
That's not going to happen.
Michelle, and also Obama is hanging around Jennifer Aniston a little bit too much. New guy to hang out with.
Oh, he can charm her.
Yeah. Oh, yes, and she needs to be loved. Jennifer does. She really needs to be loved.
So I ran into her once, and she had a chat with her.
Really? At an airport?
Yeah.
Let me guess. At an airport?
Yeah, she was in Austin.
I think you've told this story. Go ahead.
I didn't recognize her because I wasn't a big friend to watch her at the time. And she was. I noticed her though when she was at the ticket counter because she was next to me at the ticket counter. And so I looked at her and I noticed her. She had a look about her, but she had her nose looked like it had been worked on a lot, and it was. I'm sure she used a lot of makeup on it, but it looked dead. It was a dead nose. It's hard to explain, but it was super white. And so I go over to the.
Hey, what's wrong with your nose?
Yeah, well, I wasn't a coot at the time. So I go to the. There's a bunch of girls running around, all giddy, and I call. Oh, it's. Cross into LA or. And she was right in the same aisle I was in, and I chatted with her for a while.
And you went, hey, what did you chat about?
And she told me she lived in Austin, and it was just gonna offer. No, as soon as the plane landed, and we all think there's like 6 people that grabbed her to pick. Was the last I saw of her. She had she was out of the plane.
Ladies and gentlemen, John C. Dvorak's BS. It comes from NPR, so obviously.
The World Monuments Fund has released its list of most endangered places. NPR's Neda Ulabi reports
From disaster is a very important category.
That's why all of Gaza was included. The organization said massive destruction of markets, mosques, churches, and other buildings affects hearts and minds. Sites endangered by climate change include historic lighthouses in Maine and Africa's Swahili coast. Also on the list, the moon. Under threat by what the World Monuments Fund describes as exploitative
cultural
visitation in a space race involving multiple countries and corporations.
Yeah, Musk has just shot off a rocket to the moon without people on board. And he's his space tourism is going to mess up Neil Armstrong's footprints. That's the story. They're very upset about it. Go easy with your landing there, Musk. Speaking of NPR,
The moon.
speaking of NPR, the speech police are out. NPR is the speech police are telling you how to talk.
Immigration is always in the news.
Yes, it is. It's always in the news.
Late last week, President Biden extended temporary protected status for folks from Venezuela, El Salvador, and Ukraine. And incoming, President Trump has vowed to implement mass deportations, among other things. Just as the stories are ever evolving, so too is the language we use to talk about them.
Ah, here we go.
Oh my
NPR
God.
recently changed its guidance on how we reporters talk about this issue on our air. And in
We
pieces for our
reporters,
website, Tony Cavan.
we are a protected class of
Why?
reporters.
This is new?
I
NPR
don't think so. This is a British affectation. You guys who used to talk like that.
Yeah.
You used to suck back.
Suck back. It's disgusting.
How we
It is
reporters
disgusting.
talk about this issue on our air and in pieces for our website. Tony Cavan is NPR's managing editor of standards and practices, and he is here now to walk us through some of the new guidance. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Mary Louise.
Hi, Mary Louise. So I think you should take notes, get out your pen, because this is how we are supposed to talk about immigration. And spoiler alert, it's not going to be one word you can use anymore.
I want to share with everybody the lead of the email that you sent to all staff landed in my inbox this morning. It begins, quote, when referring to people who are in the United States without the government's permission, going forward, we should use the term people who are in the United States without legal status.
Wow. You can't say illegals. You have to say people who are in the United States without the proper documents.
Going forward, we should use the term people who are in the United States without legal status.
I think why don't they just use newcomers? Newcomers was great. We approved of newcomers.
End quote.
Newcomers was better than this.
Yeah.
Evan, what's the thinking here?
Well, 2 things. I noticed that our own guidance was contradictory about the use of the term undocumented, both approving it and not approving it. I just think something didn't get updated, so I knew it was time to do something.
This guy is in charge of speech at NPR.
But I also noticed that the Associated Press had stopped using undocumented as as a description for people out here without the government's permission.
So, what can we use instead of undocumented, John?
Illegal alien, that's what I would use.
Many of the people do have documents. They don't have the right documents.
You got the wrong documents.
Oh, they got the wrong document. They got documents. Yeah, they got like a business card maybe, or they got from the guy who brought them over, the cartel business card. They might have a
safe house,
an address written on a sheet of paper. That's a document.
All right, here we go.
The trick here is finding language that is both clear, that doesn't dehumanize the people we're talking about, and makes the point in as exact a way as possible, and we're not somehow coloring the debate by the language that we use.
Oh my God, shut the fuck up, NPR.
I want to talk about one other term that has been used in our coverage. Plenty of news organizations have used in past, illegal immigrants.
Oh, that's so wrong.
And for people listening who may be scratching their heads and thinking, okay, but there are folks who come to the U.S. illegally. Your note says, NPR journalists, we can use the term illegal immigration, not illegal immigrants. The distinction being what?
What do you think? Oh, because a person can't be illegal.
The people are not illegal.
Oh,
Someone can do something that's illegal, but they are not in and of themselves.
So, President Trump...
So we've gone to grammar.
Yes, we should not say President Trump felon. No, President Trump who was convicted of a felony. You see, this is where it's going. 1984.
Well, can they get to, if they're going to go with this grammar, this proper grammar, what about the phrase false accusation when it's just an accusation?
I think you should write a note to NPR, to this guy.
And they are not in and of themselves illegal, so we don't want to do that.
This is trying to set
we don't want to do that.
Basic humanity in our coverage of the
Exactly. I also mentioned in the same note that we try not to use terminology that talks about national phenomena when we're in a flood of immigrants or waves of immigrants, just because you lose the humanity. Each one of these people who comes to this
country... This is all about the humanity.
No matter whether they entered legally or illegal, there's a story behind it. There's an individual story. Our job is to try and get as close to those stories as possible.
That gets to a kind of golden rule of thumb in journalism, which is generally better to use a description than a label. Give us an example or two that come to mind here.
Well, for example, we should say someone had crossed the border.
Let me try it out. So instead of saying literally Hitler or misogynist or rapist, we should use something different. Labels are not good.
Well, for example, we should say someone had crossed the border without permission, or after his tourist visa expired. Really varies on the if we can describe a situation, it's always better than labeling that situation.
These people are terrible.
It's not exclusive to immigration.
Well, we will be paying attention to you, NPR.
Yeah, because they use labels all the time. And you're right. Misogynist, felon is a label.
Right. How about far right?
Far right. By the way, they had the woman on who runs the AfD in Germany.
Yeah.
And man, she was on Bloomberg. Her English could be better, but she's pretty good.
Yeah.
But she really gave it to this guy over use of the word far right. And she went over and over. She said, we're not far right. We are libertarian conservatives. We are not far right.
We're libcons.
Libcons.
I like libcons. Libcons is good.
She was very, very good about, and she had the AfD is big Trump fans.
Yep.
And she went on and on about how screwed up Germany is. And she blames it all on Merkel.
Oh yeah, Merkel. Whatever happened to Merkel?
Yeah, she's retired somewhere. She's in Russia.
We could not finish up the show, at least from my perspective, without making fun of the new leader of NATO. We know him as Mark Rutte, and he is out there talking about Russia again.
Faced with suspected Russian sabotage, they're taking action. After several hours of discussions, the leaders of NATO countries said they'd be strengthening the alliance's presence in the Baltic Sea.
It will involve a range range of assets,
Yes.
including frigates and maritime patrol aircraft.
Frigates and stroopwafels for everybody.
Among others, and will enhance our vigilance in the Baltic.
Here comes the fire
A small
boat.
fleet of naval surface drones will also be deployed. The aim is to improve surveillance and deterrence amid a string of incidents in the Baltic Sea, in which power cables, telecom links and gas pipelines have been damaged in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
Hybrid.
European leaders and experts alike suspect Moscow of being behind these acts, known as hybrid warfare.
Hybrid means sabotage. Hybrid means cyber attacks. Hybrid means sometimes even assassination attempts. And in this case, it means hitting on our critical undersea infrastructure. That the alliance will not accept that.
Hybrid is something the alliance will not accept that. No more hybrids.
And that we will do everything in our power to make sure that we fight back.
Fight we will.
NATO has already provided 2 ships to monitor undersea infrastructure, as well as Russia's shadow fleet, ships sailing under foreign flags, which Moscow is accused of using to export oil to get around Western sanctions. The new mission will continue indefinitely. As the president of Finland, Alexander Stubb, put it, get used to the new normal.
They're soaking the Finns now. They got the Finns into NATO.
You're right, they're soaking
They're
the Finns.
soaking the Finns. They're soaking
Dummies.
Yeah. Oh, hybrid. Hybrid. Get out of my pants with your hybrid.
Well, since we're catching up in internationals, I might as well play the Korean mess. I have a clip.
Korea mess. Oh, it's a big mess.
South Korea's impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol was arrested Wednesday, the first place sitting president of the country. It's the latest turn in a political crisis sparked by his short-lived declaration of martial law last month, which eventually saw Yoon hiding out at his residence for weeks, protected by personal security to avoid authorities who wanted to detain him on grounds of insurrection.
No.
More than 3,000 police officers marched on Yoon's residence Wednesday, and a motorcade later took him to the country's anti-corruption agency, the CIO, or the Corruption Investigation Office for high-ranking officials. South Korean journalists snapped the moment he stepped out of the car and into the agency's offices in Kwajon, just south of Seoul. Investigators have 48 hours to question him. After that, they must release him or seek a warrant to detain him for longer. In a video message recorded before his detention, Yoon said he turned himself in for questioning to avoid any bloodshed and disputed the legality of the investigation and arrest.
Today, when I saw them break into the security area using firefighting equipment, I decided to respond to the CIA investigation, despite it being an illegal investigation, to prevent unsavory bloodshed. However, that doesn't mean I am acknowledging the investigation of the CIO.
Earlier in the morning, scuffles broke out between Yoon's supporters and police who were trying to arrest him. His lawyers have said the arrest warrant is illegal. They say it was issued by a court in the wrong jurisdiction, and the team set up to investigate him has no legal mandate to do so. Lawmakers voted to impeach Yoon last month after his martial law order on December 3rd ushered in unprecedented political turmoil. In a previous attempt to arrest Yoon on January 3rd, the Presidential Security Service and military guards blocked CIO investigators in a 6-hour standoff. The agency has since apologized for initially failing to arrest Yoon on that day.
Well, I'm glad we know that. We're up to speed on Korea.
It's a screwball situation.
Do you have an analysis of it?
No, I don't. I can't. I'd like to know what the background is. Well, you know, the rationale for him doing the martial law.
This
had
part of the
something to do
country
with
is
North
fucking
Korea
boring,
or
man.
communist influence.
There's nothing to see.
He was
I'm going crazy.
Work at the headquarters of the party because he felt there was some kind of election shenanigans going on. That's what we know from boots on the ground, but we don't know much more.
We don't know enough.
And now he's an insurrectionist? Sounds familiar. Let me see. Election was bogus because, you know, he lost all control of Parliament, and then all of a sudden he questions that, then you're an insurrectionist. I think that's the template. Then they arrest him. They don't mess around in Korea. I'm going to play your porn site age verification clip. I have one as well, but we'll we'll play this and discuss.
The Supreme Court heard a challenge today to a Texas law that requires age verification for adult websites. A trade group representing adult entertainment performers and companies argues the law violates the First Amendment. After 2 hours of oral argument, a majority of the court signaled that states should be able to impose some kind of age requirement for such websites. This is to ensure that minors can't easily access obscene material online. But several justices also flagged concerns that their ruling could spill over and affect other First Amendment rights. A decision is expected by this summer. The Texas law from 2023 is similar to 19 others enacted around the United States. Under the Texas law, adult websites must require all users to submit personally identifying information verifying that they are at least 18 years old. Challengers, including the American Civil Liberties Union, argue the law is an unacceptable burden to access constitutionally protected free speech. Some adult sites have responded by blocking access entirely in states with age verification laws.
Government digital ID is inevitable. It's coming.
It's not going to stop free porn.
Free porn or pre-porn? What did you say?
Free porn.
No, you're going to have to just to get on the internet.
I'm not sure of this.
I am. I've been saying this for a long time. Eventually.
Yeah, you've been saying it for a long time, and you'll keep saying it for a long time.
Eventually, I'll be right.
Yeah, I guess you would be.
I'm going to show my support by donating to No Agenda. Imagine all the people who could do that. Oh yeah, that'd be fab.
Show still to come. Of course, that includes John's infamous tip of the day. We hope it's not as dangerous as the previous one. What you say? Why? Because it is dangerous. Some of his tips are just dangerous to humanity and privacy. And John's now going to thank everybody who supported us, $50 and above. We don't mention under 50 for reasons of anonymity. And here we go.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
He said, opening up the spreadsheet.
No, I got the spreadsheet up. Radu Tuck in Vero Beach, Florida starts us off at 124.33. Richard Lindquist in Squim, Washington, 124.33. This must be an update of some amount of money. Not sure what. Sir Ronald Gardner.
With a 33. That's interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Sir Ronald Gardner, San Diego, California, 12433, another one. And Yaron Snelders in Ennis, Texas.
Jeroen Snelders. Yeah, he says just call him JJ. It says it right there.
12433, another one. And Jennifer Rain in Snoqualmie, Washington, 12433, yet another one. I don't know. Sir Austin in Sammamish, Washington. That's great names in Washington. Oh, these are all Indian tribes. 120.25.
Oh, that was we got two of the newsletter donation amounts. Count 2. 120.25 was your special donation amount.
Oh, okay. 124.33 was the same thing plus the fees.
Plus the fees. Okay, we got it. So we got a couple.
That's what it was. Okay, we had a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That was good.
Because the seventh one is Dame Rita, our pal there in Sparks, Nevada. 120.25. That's the celebration of the inauguration. It'll peak out on the next Sunday show.
That's right.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We hope to have more.
Man, I'm very
Mark
uncomfortable right now.
Kucharski in Aurora, Colorado, 117.77. He's on the birthday list. Lucas Williams in Roswell, New Mexico, $100. Kevin McLaughlin, 8008. He's the Archduke of Luna, lover of American boobs. And he is requesting F Cancer Karma for the ladies and their sweater puppies, please. And we have to, because he's really a duke of some that's some more than an archduke. We have to give him that right now.
You've got karma.
Yes.
What he says goes. Jonathan Ferris, 8008. William Rowland in Veradale, Washington, 77-77. Joseph Weish in Miami, Florida, 77-77. Russ Curry in St. Cloud, Florida, 73-77. A birthday list you got. He reached 70 now. He's going to be 70.
Right on.
Right arm.
4 more years.
Karaoke. All right. Yeah. Karaoke. Karaoke. In Freehold, New Jersey, 6009, which is a lopsided boobs.
Yes.
That's a happy birthday donation. Not quite a dame karaoke, aka Carrie Brillante in Freehold, New Jersey. Is it birthday call out? Les Torkowski, 6006 from Kingman, Arizona. Todd Tarson in Clovis, New Mexico, 5720. Christopher Dechter in 5678. George Yankova in Chesham, UK, 5678. Joshua Britt in Spring Hill, Tennessee, 5560. By the way, the UK donation came through Stripe, which I think is probably easier to use in the UK. Although here's a donation that came in.
Joshua Britt thanks Jared Shaw from Nashville for hitting him in the mouth.
Sir Paul in Twickenham, Middlesex, UK, 5555. John's grouchy about low donations in the newsletter does work.
Of course.
Of course it works. If you don't grouse, nobody pays attention. That's the way I see it. Scott Mangle in Exton, Pennsylvania, 5555. James Edmondson in South Plainfield, New Jersey, 5510. Gregory Brooks, Mechanicsville, Virginia, 5271. And the rest of these are $50 donors. I'm just going to read the names and locations, starting with Brandon Savoy, Port Orchard, Washington. Jared Yah in Nashville. Dame Patricia Worthington in Miami. Kristen Freeman in San Marcos, Texas. Evan Dills in Huntersville, North Carolina. Diane Schwanebeck in Johnsburg, Illinois. I think she comes in almost every week.
Yeah.
Chris Slewinski, Sir Chris in Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada. Michael Pratt in Salem, Oregon. North Stonington, Connecticut brings us Easy Landscapes. Easy Landscapes. Philip Ballou in Louisville, Kentucky. And last on our list of well-wishers and producers is Ethan Wellman in Crown Point, Indiana. And call out Big Joe as a douchebag. There you go.
There you go. Thank you to all of our producers, $50 and above. Anyone underneath will not be mentioned for reasons of anonymity. You certainly will understand that. Of course, that's why you do it. We see you $49.99. And of course, our sustaining donors who go to noagendadonations.com and enter any amount and any frequency. They set it, they forget it, and support the show for the rest of their lives. We love you very much. noagendadonations.com. Again, thank you to our executive and associate executive producers for episode 1730. Wouldn't have been able to do it without any of you. Go to noagendadonations.com. Now, finally, we have a good birthday list. Sir Steve of Steel Creek wishes his son Elijah a happy birthday. He was born on January 7th. Welcome to Gitmo Nation, Elijah. Ty Glander, happy birthday to Sir Libre. Celebrate on the 11th. Lightning Thrashes. Karaoke turned 57 on the 15th. Russ Corey is turning 70 years old today. Gisela, what's this? Wishes her smoking hot husband Tom a happy one tomorrow. Lindsay Frick, her dad Larry, happy birthday to him tomorrow. Michael Romano wishes his son Dario Romano a happy one. He's turning. Wishes his beautiful Louise a very happy birthday. She turns 10 on the 18th. And Lara Beatty wishes her brother Alex a happy birthday. He will turn 36 on January 31st. Happy birthday from everybody here at the best podcast in the universe. We've got 2 nights. One of them is Nick, who wrote in.
This is a good letter.
I apologize for my tardiness in getting you this note to claim my knighthood. The new human resource plus my busy season at work has got me a bit behind, but I digress. I'm honored to become a knight of the best podcast in the universe. I knew No Agenda was the podcast for me and my family when one day in 2022, I walked request, I decided to start a conversation, which is good to do with your wife. Before the conversation could get going, she quickly replied with a "Shut up, slave!" Years now, it's become a nice. In my time listening, I enjoyed attending meetups, hitting others in the mouth, and dropping some knowledge on the unsuspecting. Thank you for keeping our amygdalas shrunk. Your podcast has become a must-listen at regular speed. Thank you for your courage, and may you never find an exit strategy. Requests: domain Druhan, domain Druhan, Pinot Noir, and prime Druhan. It says Druhan.
That's pronounced Druhan.
Druhan. That's what I said. Druhan. Domain Druhan, Pinot Noir, prime beef porterhouse at the Round Table. You fancy wine snob. Please knight me Sir Rudy of the Northern Shenandoah Valley. The necessary accounting is below. Oh, he had some jingles here I didn't see. He wants pasta glock. Sorry about that. Pasta glock, which is noodle gun 35, and I'll make that a karma for you, okay? Here, please distribute karma for my wife and the others. Thank you once again.
I got the mic locked and loaded. Job.
Every song.
Chop my sauce, oh yeah, yo. Barefoot bandit, big money, Uncle Salmon on my country boy shit flow, going can lemon. And I'll be saying nothing if they ain't speaking this language.
When the fuck did Upper Church release this song?
After red is the rednecks, tell my chick to go make a salmon. While I blitzed on these motherfuckers with broken tree branches. We them holla boys if you needin' something done. Got a chip on my shoulder and a fully loaded gun, motherfucker. You ain't messin' with no fucker. Got the cattle gate like Yellowstone, plenty dirt to go dump it. Barefoot bandit on a green bandana. Chop my sauce, oh yeah, yo. Barefoot bandit, big money, Uncle Salmon on my country boy shit flow, going can lemon. My sauce, oh yeah, yo. In the forest, I don't need no back patting. I stay cutting tracks of platinum. They think I got my blade from George Patton. Horses in the back, but gallop with the motor mounted. Monday go with the go to stop counting. Still catch me bathing in the top of head fountain. We them boys from the creek. Need more than a red carpet. That shit too small for my feet. Give it an interstate of velvet through Nashville streets. Bandit on a green bandana. Chop my sauce. Singer, oh the best looking. I ain't got a plan to make people listen to me. Ain't no designer telling me what to wear. I hit Tractor Supply and get 6 of the same paper. My claim to fame is a story and a page. Marijuana and some thoughts written down to explain. From a day I lived and turned into a song. As I sit on the porch getting stoned at my phone. 29 years old, I live in a dream. Big fancy toy bus and millions of streams. But I'm still in muddy water way more than waist deep. I love my upbringing and I ain't ashamed that I claim the rednecks and everywhere that's out on the mountain. And I claim the rebel flag flying high over young man Scottsdale Gap. And I claim every good old boy with homemade tattoos that he's still proud of. they claim that I'm manic. Pace back and forth like a robot. The game maybe made me have no heart. Don't give a fuck about no chart. 14 goals from the mud bars. 2 double platinums, no truck start. Never ever tired, no truck marks. In this generation of the showroom, only good credit get the fresh start. Trying to hop in like a short skirt. Leave them Broadway girls alone. Gaining from my wallet, now I'm feeling that I'm old. The cowboy of the game, which means I don't got a cell phone. So call me what you want, I'm disconnected from all of you hoes. Ay, leave me alone. I ain't home. Even if you see me through the window.
Are there any trucks here? Yeah, there's one truck. Okay. Oh, is this just a grocery store Walmart? Fuck. I hope not.
Voicemail, but I hate you motherfuckers' voice, yeah. A lot of hate in all bail, wish a motherfucker would burn jail. Every ounce of smoke I've inhaled, been my level higher up church, God chair. Evilest of geniuses in one hell of a mush pit. Enemies in me, the rhythm, a lyrical prison, I'm a pinnacle prison, a hillbilly lyricism, look damage, you look on the image, let me make up a comment, critic, the enemy critiques the game, stay making me vicious, tell a telephone that I'm all out of minutes. Fuck all, tell them all out of digits. Putting up a wall while you 6 songs of picking faces. This is real.
Come on, Camaro.
Going in on people that caves the mountain riches. Even cavemen sleeping on me. Some of the South, you sons of bitches. To this era, I'm a terror. That's why they fight my style. Fuck you for your tears, cause in the holler, got no secret now. Leave it alone. I ain't home. Even if you see me through the window. Leave it alone. Got up on my phone. I'm in the lines in the ring of the town. Leave it alone. Leave me alone. Police on my ass because they wish they drove my wheel. Cup holder got no ashes, only icy chains and bill. Always riding with a tan, bumping till like 2 a.m. Police on my ass cause I'm a ratchet millionaire. Spend more at your kangaroo than I hate to do on Black Friday. Spit tobacco on the mainstream, they don't make enough to try and sign me. Bad mamma jammer, drop my Hellcat in pajamas. Get 2 boxes of them swishes from homeboy behind the counter. Walk out that bitch like it's Christmas, fake teeth smiling ear to ear. Mouth full of grizzly, bitch, I'm Hillbilly Shakespeare. And I come from the mud, I just added chandeliers. Coonskin cap like Crockett round here, I'm a fucking pioneer. Police on my ass because they wish they drove my wheel. Cup holder got no ashes, only icy.
Alright, I'll be right back. Oh, fuck.
Police on my ass cause I'm a ratchet millionaire.
Italians, you there? Yeah. Yo, Ted 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 Italians, you there? Yeah.
Jesus fuck, dude. Okay.
Technique. Police on my ass because they wish they drove my wheel. Cup holder got no ashes on me. Icy chains and deal. Always riding with a 10. Bump it till like 2 a.m. Police on my ass cause I'm a ratchet millionaire. Police on my ass because they wish they drove my wheel. Cup holder got no ashes on me. Icy chains and deal. Always riding with a 10. Bump it till like 2 a.m. Police on my ass cause I'm a ratchet millionaire.
car hard. Don't ever forget that one place that made you that person that you are. 80 miles out of wheels turning on that one lane. Last year's boots, broken souls, chasing one lane. Caught up in the storm of life, it gets me excited. I guess you could say that I'm chasing white lightning. Chasing white lightning. Chasing white lightning. Chasing white lightning. Let the rain come down till I can't hear myself think. Let the rain come down and turn the radio out in this little S10. I wanna go back sometimes, but sitting inside it doing nothing. Chilling with all my friends on a tailgate, rolling up and jamming something. Yeah, young gone, I was one of those. Put Jack D in my Dr. Pepper. Had stickers all on my back glass of my truck and made this shit look better. Just a poor boy dreaming too big for the town that I was raised up in. That's why I represent the underdogs. I want them to know that they can win. 20 miles out of wheels turning on that one lane. Last year's boots, broken souls, chasing one thing. Caught up in the storm of life, it gets me excited. I guess you could say that I'm chasing white lightning. Chasing white lightning. Chasing white lightning. Chasing white lightning. 30 miles out of wheels turning on that one lane. Last year's boots, broken souls, chasing one thing. Caught up in the storm of life, it gets me excited. I guess you could say that I'm chasing white lightning. Chasing white lightning. Chasing white lightning. Chasing white lightning.
Yeah, I'm doing good, I can't complain. Still riding back roads in the rain. Still got dirt all on my chains. Still about that country shit, everybody loving it. Yeah, I'm doing good, I can't complain. Still riding back roads in the rain. Still doing everything they can. Still about that country shit, everybody loving it. Yeah, I'm doing good, I can't complain. Man, I'm from the hills in the state where the people die young or they move on out. Get locked up, spend life in prison, or just come up missing when the drugs run out. I'm a product of them Charleston nights, a broken home, some barroom fights. Know when I came so far in life, cause my diamonds stay like Jesco Rain. I'm in the long stay on crazy. Just look at young David, making my way and I'm renting my always holding it down for my hometown. Camouflage, had a tone now. The way I'm spitting this dirty, you think that I was dipping some stone now. Used to be a young little skateboard kid, I was wild, I was waiting at the bus stop. Had Lunchables, Dunkaroos, Oreos, my nose, a Capri Sun on my lunchbox. That got me a two-tone 83 Chevrolet truck, gotta shake the dust off. They gon' be mad when they see me pull up in a square body like I'm SpongeBob. It's me and up church, y'all knew it's gon' be absurd. Y'all knew it's gon' flip the bird of the whole industry. Let them know that we coming and we kicking over on our own terms. We could retire from rapping, just make country, man. It ain't nothing, man. They still couldn't touch us, man. Yeah, I'm doing good, I can't complain. Still riding back roads in the rain. Still got dirt all on my chains. Still about that country shit, everybody loving it. Yeah, I'm doing good, I can't complain. Still riding back roads in the rain. Still doing everything they can.
Oh, I forgot to grab a fucking folder, dude.
Everybody loving it. Yeah, I'm doing good, I can't complain.
Yeah, I can't complain. The game is brave, hitting the game like a G-Rail train. They mad cause I'm ugly with 30 and 30 racks and a Mustang chain. Never signed no cap, getting capital gain. I rap with a twang and ain't nobody to say. With no cover in the hospital, bet I wouldn't ain't no one about it like an anorex. No shit to back it up, can't be detected. Like a legendary ball roster, perfected. Like dope weed tools, really small erect. There's a pandemic in session. My skill set ain't infected. And I'm falling hella big like my genealogy called from text. Time boots all in my legs. 212's color mattress. I'm outside on my playlist. Like what you know about Big Crit. Man, never mind. Must be a country thing. But if you ask about a set, we probably with the shit eating friend. I made bond in an hour just to do it all again. I don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. If a bitch wanna try it, tell them that I say good luck. I don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. If a bitch wanna try it, tell them that I say pull up. Yeah, 615 Music City, we back. Still posted in the nations with a semi fat. Still breaking the news. Still
Oh shit, AT at it. Hold on.
Let me boast to be cocky. Better bring a bullet cause a post won't stop me. Out of the cage, look, I'm raging like a cage.
Yo, that's Leroy Biggs, bro. You ever heard of Leroy Biggs? Leroy Biggs. Dude, what's up? Dude, come on, let's go. I am in Kansas, getting ready to go to Colorado. Yeah. Well, no, AT, so I called you for a reason. There's something that I heard while I was listening. Yeah, remember when I called you earlier? Well, you sent me a text that you'd call me back in an hour or two. Like earlier today. Yeah. Well, I called you and it went straight to voicemail, and then right afterwards you send me a text saying I'll be back in an hour or so. That's weird. It went straight to fucking voicemail. Interesting. Well, it was really odd. Like, you texted me back right after I called you. Like, the moment I ended the call, I got your message. That's why I thought, I was like, okay, whatever. That was fucking weird. But, so I was listening to No Agenda, the live stream, and they played a clip of Gavin Newsom talking about his plan for after the fires. And, well, so he was, I mean, he slipped up in the sense of, he was talking about the prospectors, you know, the people like that came in to buy all the properties. He essentially said that he was going to be working with them. That was his slip up, but there's more to it. And when he laid out the time frame for this to happen, he said 3 months, 3 years, and 3 weeks. Verbatim. Fucking-batum. And immediately I was like, whoa. That, not only like the 333, but to have that time frame after what we had found with the fucking vaccine release and the eclipses, weird, man. It's fucking weird. And so what I want to do is I want to see what 3 years, 3 months and 3 weeks from the date of that announcement is. Also what it is from the date of those fires, because it's not going to be 2027, it's going to be 2028, or well into 2028 when that occurs, because for it to be 2027, it would have had to have been when the last eclipse was. So there was something in there about the 2028 time frame, something happening in 2028, and I don't remember exactly what it was that said it, but it just, that blew my fucking mind. That he said that. You told me what? Yeah, but this is, it's not that same 3 months. Like, he used the term, he used that time frame, but not at the right, like, if you add it to when he said it, it's going to be 2028 or beyond. And maybe he was referencing like the rebuilding of it all will be 2028. I don't know. So we're going to have to find that clip. When No Agenda fully releases, I'll be able to show you that clip so we can actually listen to it more thoroughly and break it down better. But that was wild. Within this week. I don't know exactly when the speech was. Was it the 11th? It might. No, because 5 days ago, the other no agenda would have been on, and the fires were just kicking off. This was like within 2 or 3 days. It was probably 2 days. Within 2 days. Which didn't the vaccine roll out on the 14th, or it was the 12th or 14th, right? Yeah, December 4th. So, no, it was 2021. Or, no, sorry, December 14th, 2020. But, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not that you're gonna break it, it's that there comes a point where it's unnecessary. There is the possibility of fucking it up in the future and making things worse. Whatever misinstallation, you overdo it with the and so, okay. Okay. Isn't that like a furniture place? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. Do you have a power supply that could run that processor? Okay, when is she doing this? Perfect, okay. Okay, answer me this. What would you gain from this processor? What would you? No. You didn't listen to. You didn't listen to what I asked. What would you gain from this processor? Yeah. Well, I will. Well, that depends on excuse me. That depends on the game. One of the reasons why I prefer like Intel's i5 to be better. A lot of games these days because these developers. No, I have a 13900. I have the previous gen. I'd say you'd get a 13900 because the 14900s had that bug that caused the failure. But they patched it. But that's one of the things why when I was debating, because I had the option of getting a 14900 HX with a 4080 laptop or a 13900 with a 4090 laptop. And the reason why I made that choice was because the performance gain I was getting from that processor was not that much significantly better than the 13th gen, but the graphics card, because it's a laptop card and it's underpowered, it would offset. It'd be more beneficial with the 4090. I'd be less throttled on graphics, whereas the processor, the difference isn't. In your case, I'd say go for the AMD. Well, how about this? Because, well, in that computer that you have, that desktop of mine, that has a 1080 Ti in it. Those 1080 Ti's are still fucking solid. There's guys that are still running 1080 Ti's. Now, they don't have the DLSS or the frame generation, but I have issues with that stuff. I'm kind of opposed to it. It doesn't have ray tracing. But in terms of performance and handling those, the 1080 Ti is fucking solid. Still. I'd make the argument that you put that 13900 back into that desktop and just have it as a backup just in case, and then sell the 2700 or whatever is in there. Which you're not going to get a lot, but you know, there's no reason to get rid of that processor just in case, because having a backup that's sitting there and that you can use for whatever, like that. There is a benefit to that, like just in terms of like hard drive space or storage, like whatever it is. I mean, you know, there's a number of reasons why to have a backup. So I'd say keep that processor just in case. But in terms of the pricing for the Ryzens, you got to decide what it's going to be used for. How are you going to be maxing out that processor and getting it? Well, I'm thinking even beyond video games. I'm thinking about how to make a... Okay. No, you don't need to. Yeah, wait till you... Well, that's the whole reason why I didn't get the RAM right off the bat, is because it's like, you know, managing money, making these big purchases, it's, you know, it's worth it to get the hardware and things you can upgrade afterwards to it later. So on Friday, I am sending Billy $800 for the broker's license for his wife. So, because I made that promise to him a while ago, and I told him, you know, because I ended up switching jobs, it got delayed. But, okay. No, we can do it then. Well, no, because I mean I'll be getting like a $2,000 check, so that's not really a big deal. Because like the month that I'm sitting at right now for the month, like $6,000. So that's gross. I'm worried about taxes. So a lot of that well, it's not nothing, because again, you know, a third of that's going to go to taxes. but you know, the month's not even over yet, and I'm yeah. We gotta figure out a way that we could use this hardware to make some money. Because like I've started doing the streaming thing, and I might do it because the thing that I'm missing out on is the YouTube Shorts. That's the big that and TikTok. Like I can upload trucking videos to TikTok, assuming it doesn't get banned on Monday. But I can't do the live streams on TikTok, and the video editing, that's the problem. So that is something we could do, is turning this into content. That is one way to make money. And do you know how, like, the TikTok's store is fucking incredible. There are people that, because they were talking this on No Agenda about TikTok store, because when they were going over TikTok's being banned, there are Americans that are making, yeah, one of their viewers. Okay. If we can make it quickly removable, because if it's something that goes on the valve stems, or so for people who do drop-in hooks, they can quickly put it onto their trailer, drop it, take it off, and move it, because a lot of these guys out here, they're not keeping their trailers like I tend to do with my old job. It's something that you need to be mobile. And the thing is with TikTok, man, which in terms, like, TikTok's ability to get you an audience is fucking phenomenal. Their algorithm is simple, and unlike YouTube or anything like that, or YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, they're all conflict oriented. They judge their value based off interaction, whether good or bad. As long as they're getting interaction, they consider that success. And so they were more likely to push you content that you find distasteful, so they get you to comment and argue and engage, even though it's negative. And what makes TikTok so successful, and why nobody's been able to recreate it, much like how nobody was able to recreate Twitter, is that TikTok's algorithm, it just gives you stuff you want to see. And so you got all the conservatives out there, and with your TikTok feed and occasionally my TikTok feed, it just shows shit that I want to see. It doesn't show me any of that liberal shit or fucking bullshit or whatever. It doesn't. And then if you're a liberal or you're a lefty, it shows you what you want to see, and then you see all the stuff that makes you happy. Well, okay, yeah. But one of the things that we can do is, like, I can do the editing. I know how to use the software. I know how to use Adobe Premiere. Getting the Adobe Creative Suite is not difficult. It's very inexpensive. I have a $20 a month legacy Adobe Creative Suite account for students, even though I was never a student. I have the account. I gotta figure out how to access it, but I don't, because I don't remember what the password is. I did it through my mom's account and email, so I gotta go see if it's still running. But even if I can't get that account, like, it's very cheap to get that. And so things like the SEO, things like video editing, that I could do myself, but it would consume my entire life. I would go from driving to editing to sleeping to driving to editing to sleeping and managing all of that. And it's all I would do. And I already work my ass off. I'd be working fucking 100 hours a week if I were to do that. So that is an option. I could teach you how to video edit. I can teach you how to use the software. I can teach you how to, in terms of making logos, user interface, putting up YouTube shorts, setting up an upload schedule. These are all things that, in your situation, it would take you maybe a couple hours a day, right? What is it? What is it? Oh, I've had those before, yeah. But so as I was saying, AT, it's like one of the avenues to like, because instead of making political content or anything like that, is content. Now, everybody and their mother wants to be a fucking YouTuber or a streamer. And when you look at the people who are actually successful, it's just dedication. And most YouTubers and streamers out there, they outsource their video editing. They don't edit their own videos anymore. They outsource it to some guy in India or some other tech bro that's out there. So it is something where we can make an agreement, you know, a percent cut of whatever revenue it generates. I'd have to start being really careful about copyright and things like that. But running it on TikTok, that's, you know, anything like when I was going through that snowstorm, there are a couple instances where you could absolutely make little 30-second clips out of that, out of a 4-hour stream, and start uploading that, and it will get views, it will get money. You got yourself a little pit crew. Well, things like that. Well, things like that. You use your shorts to funnel people into your TikTok marketplace, or you even some point you just run a shop yourself. You run your own website, make an online store, and you sell generic fucking t-shirts and with logos of like trucks and cool things or cars. I mean, do you realize how much money you could make by selling t-shirts with 7 3s on them and link them to that Facebook group like that? Well, I wouldn't need to purchase it. It gets a percent cut from whatever the revenue is on the streams. Well, that's just one little video. I mean, the idea is you have a constant stream of content, short form. And the one thing I'm missing out on is TikTok. If I was taking my videos and editing them, cutting them down, whatever interesting moment there is throughout a 4-hour, 5-hour stream and uploading on TikTok, like I already proved that you could do it with that one video that's sitting at 16,000 views on my TikTok. And you take that content and you link down a merchandise store that sells products that I use in it. There you go, money. Yeah, but Red Note is not gonna succeed. I'd wager that Trump is probably gonna reverse the TikTok ban, because Red Note is still made by ByteDance, and Red Note, the actual Chinese name translates to Red Book, like Mao's little Red Book. So there's issues with that, but it's just a revenue generation. One, we're demonstrating what hardworking Americans do. You know the complaint that all these people have about American TikTok versus Chinese TikTok, where American TikTok will feed you just brain rot, and Chinese TikTok just feels, like the sciences and maths and all that. Well, why can't we, like many others out there, or not, I wouldn't even say many others, like a few others out there, do and promote the American life, the hardworking American life, and just generally wholesome and good content that people can enjoy, and promote products that we use ourselves, not just necessarily bullshit that, some marketer comes in and we run it through ourselves. That, and another thing we do is set up a Patreon, connect a trucking Discord account to it, and for $2 a month you get access to the trucking Discord. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. So that's what I'm saying. If we're going to make that investment into that process, workstation processor for your computer, we got to use it for something. We got to start doing something with it. And I mean, yeah, that, or we just mine Bitcoin with it. Like what else? What else? Well, the best are probably the Threadrippers. So the K or the K letter at the end of it, indicates unlocked. So that is something down the road. If you upgrade it, or get a really nice cooling system, you can overclock it just a little bit. And Intel chips they already run fast. I mean, the turbo on mine is like 5.4 gigahertz or something like that. Or 5.2 for the turbo. It's fucking insane what they get up to. Right, like Intel, I've never dealt with overclocking Intel chips before. I have dealt with overclocking AMD chips, and it's pretty simple with AMD chips. I've never had too much an issue. Like that FX 8350 that I had for a while was fucking great. That was such a great processor. Even the 6350 was great. The 6-core. I had both. Well, I started with a 6350, and then I went to an 8350. Although my processor, my motherboard failed before that processor ever failed. That processor never failed. My motherboard did. I blew a capacitor on my fucking motherboard, and it fucking fried the whole motherboard. Yeah, I was mid-game too. I was pissed. Yeah, so we could do that, and then, we'll set up an agreement, a contract, so to speak, something simple in writing that we can fall back on and say, okay, this is the standard we've set for ourselves. And, if if you'd be willing to run my social media essentially for trucking, I will make sure you're compensated for it, period. And that is something that is very expensive, but we'll have to wait till Monday to see if they do in fact get rid of TikTok, because I really hope they don't. I don't know what that is. What do you mean? Set up like a company computer. Okay, here's how we do it. We could set it up so that in our value bundle that we have, that we offer for people to access, public, you know, we host it on Patreon for a monthly cost. People can get access to all these things, these servers that we offer, the Discords, things like that, to interact and post content. Because, I mean, that's what, like, Dick Masterson, he's making 30 grand a month just from his podcast Patreon. And all he offers is access to the Discord server and bonus episodes. Well, the TikTok would be your advertising. That is your advertising mechanism. And in turn, there we like, I don't know what else besides that we could offer. We could figure it out, or you know, for whatever product we end up selling, whether it's T-shirts or clothing or little piece of equipment for your trucks that are out there. For much like how Costco has the membership, right? You get, once, you know, if you subscribe for a monthly monthly subscription, you get yourself a discount on the online store. Like, there's a lot of ways to do it, and it starts with just what I'm doing now, which is streaming on YouTube and TikTok and putting the edited video out. Because, like, the first thing I'd have you do, I'd have you go to my YouTube account, pull those videos, edit them down, any interesting bit that's out there, and upload it to a TikTok account. On Shorts. And I was consistently uploading. My average view was about 100, and then I'd have some that would get 1,000, and that one that got 16,000. And you just put some fucking music behind it, and there you go. So, okay, let's do it. Well, whatever processor you feel is best, you know, if the power thing you're worried about, then do that one. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be doing any serious overclocking, there are very good ways of doing cooling that have been developed now. And I honestly think there might be an even better way. It's not hard. You know, it would be the best way to do cooling? Wouldn't it be liquid nitrogen? So, or compressed CO2, because you know those air duster cans, when you utilize them, they get cold as fuck. Or running, yeah, like they're like water cooling would be the best, or liquid cooling, and there's a lot of ways to do liquid cooling, and you can the colder, like, so there's a Linus Tech Tips video that demonstrates this in download speeds. That the internet is so fast these days. He's like, why is my download speed still not great? And he's like, okay, well, do that. And so what he did in a vacuum chamber, a test rig that they got, he would drop the computer down into a very dry -20 degrees, and he got a download speed of like 2 gigabytes a second. And so download speeds and upload speeds, it's all determined by the processor. And if your processor is the cooler you're able to get. Why overclocking is because of your thermal element for the most part. And then you run into like maybe voltage issues, but for the most part it's thermal. You run liquid metal for your thermal paste, and you run a liquid cooling system, which there's a lot of ways to do it, and you can run as fucking fast as you want. So I'll have you. I'll give you access to my TikTok account if we want to use mine, because I've already got the subscriber base, and I'll probably give you access to my YouTube. I might make a new YouTuber to try to change the name, and I can over time teach you how to use Adobe Premiere and things like that. And a lot of the stuff has built-in editors now, and you know, for a couple hours a day, you know, for whatever stream, you just put 30 seconds of it, find it interesting, you throw it up there. And instead of doing the back to just doing, I can also go back to doing time lapses. I can do both. I need to get a new mount for my GoPro, or fuck it, I could just do the time lapses directly from my phone and have the live stream of the first person view camera, and we just start pumping it out there. Well, so the issue with sound editing, or with how my setup is, I don't have good audio. I'm using the GoPro mic right now, and when I'm not, I would have to get a better microphone. You can't create it without the proper hardware. There wouldn't be a point to edit sound when you're not getting quality raw audio. And like, I would. If he wants to promote his songs, sure, we'll throw his music up there. Fuck it, yeah. If he wants to, why not? Because, like, I mean, here's the deal. There's gotta be a way. I mean, as much as I fucking work, and as much as Billy works, like, this has got to be the avenue that we can take in order to generate some revenue for us, as well as provide something for people to ingest. It's doable. We could definitely do it, yeah. I've only ever used Adobe, and Adobe Premiere, they have built-in encoders into that. It's like the one I would use was like the basic H.264 or something like that. But yeah. Well, look up the 13900 HX, what I have, versus the 13900K, and you'll see that the gap between the two is not that big. It's pretty impressive. And the thing with integrated GPUs is, like, it used to be that they were in tandem, that you just use whatever GPU you have thrown in the motherboard, but now they work in tandem. Like, my laptop has integrated graphics, has that integrated graphics that come with a 13900, and it uses that integrated graphics to run all the desktop and UI stuff. It only uses the 4090 for games or videos. They run in tandem simultaneously. I could turn that off, but I don't see the point. Yeah. A what? A tetracosachord? What a word. Yeah, a couple hours. Dude, I've got a laptop. I don't care.